Welcome back to Prime at 9. I'm Brian Econo along with Christian Bridges, and we have a lot to talk about in the weather department.
That's right.
Non-meteorologists are saying, wow, it's just really cold.
Yep.
Thankfully, you have a little more context to what's going on out there.
That's right. I was telling them earlier, it's the coldest start to December in 23 years.
So we're not
2002.
We're not misremembering that.
Yes.
Oh, this seems like a brutal start.
No, it's actually, not just what you're feeling. It's a true
Legit.
statement. It's legit cold. And by the way, that 2002 winter, Christmas Day, we had 1.5 feet of snow.
Oh,
So,
okay.
just
So
saying.
it's a possibility.
I'm not saying we're going to get a blizzard on Christmas this year, but that would be kind of fun, right? Kind of festive. Well, here's some more positive news. If you're not a big fan of winter and these really painfully short days, got some good news for you. Tomorrow is our earliest sunset of the entire year. We're getting that out of the way at 4:03 p.m. tomorrow. That is when we see our earliest sunset. By the winter solstice on the 21st, notice sunsets are 4 minutes later. So we're not gaining daylight back. Notice the sunrise is getting later, but we're going to start gaining a little bit more daylight back in the evenings. And for some more positive news, by the end of January, our sunsets will be approaching 5 o'clock once again. So that's really nice to see. And we'll, of course, gain quite a bit of daylight by then as well. So we're almost kind of starting to work our way out of the darkest tunnel of the year. Of course, still a few more weeks with those really dark evenings, but nice to see that we're beginning to get to the end here of those really, really short days. So here's a look at our current temps. This has been the big story of the whole day. It's been so frigid out there. It remains very cold this evening. 11 right now in Portland, 1 in Brunswick, 4 below already in Rangeley. Pretty impressive to see how quickly we've cooled down this evening. That's all because we've got clear skies, high pressure, very light winds in place for right now that will keep us getting very cold with fresh snow on the ground, of course. That also really helps us to get very cold overnight. Tonight into tomorrow, I don't expect much change tomorrow. It will be very cold once again. It might be a few degrees warmer, but not really noticeably so. Beyond that, a round of snow moves in tomorrow night. Most of us get a quick coating to an inch out of that. And then another system moves in Wednesday. For the first time in weeks, this will actually be a bit milder and we'll have a rain component to it as well. So let's talk about all of these systems that are moving through. We've been in this pattern with these weak, quick moving systems. That is continuing into tomorrow night after a cold start tomorrow. A chilly day overall. We'll see a sunny start with clouds in the afternoon. Here comes that snow towards the late evening hours. So around this time tomorrow, we'll probably start seeing some of that snow developing. A quick moving system here just puts down a coating to an inch or two in most spots, wrapping up well before sunrise on Wednesday morning. But keep an eye out for a slick spot or two on that Wednesday morning drive. By late morning Wednesday, our next system is coming in. It's kind of attached to this first wave that we get Tuesday night, really just 2 waves in the same system here. This wave moves in towards the late morning and early afternoon. Could start as some snow along the coast, but probably quickly switches to rain. Even in central Maine, Bangor, Augusta, Lewiston, we're probably switching to rain even after a snowy start. The only spots that keep all snow will be the mountains and far northern Maine. Everything will wrap up around this time on Wednesday night, clearing out with, you guessed it, more cold coming in for Thursday. So for round 1, Tuesday night, again, a coating up to an inch. Mid-coast down east has been pretty favored for snow lately. Again, they'll be favored tomorrow night with around 2 inches there. Not favored, though, Wednesday into Wednesday evening. The mountains in northern Maine get the most snow out of that with up to 6 inches in far northern Maine. So not a big system, but, if you're traveling Wednesday, could be some slick spots in the mountains. Beyond that, here's a look at our 7-day forecast. You can see we do get a little milder on Wednesday. It's not a dramatic warm-up at all, but we'll take getting above freezing at least. That will be nice. Just goes to show how cold it's been that we're excited about 36 to maybe near 40 along the coastline. We're still fairly mild on Thursday, mild for this pattern that we're in. Still a below average day. On Thursday, cold returns Friday, slightly a touch warmer over the weekend, more cold Monday. So yeah, this cold not going anywhere anytime soon, Brian. Yeah, it's pretty impressive that even our warm days are still several degrees below average.
Yeah, we're not anywhere where we're.
Yeah, normally highs are in the 40s. Early December can be pretty volatile. It's still technically kind of fall this time of year. Very easily could be in the 50s and 60s. So
Not this time around.
not this time around,
All
that's
right.
for sure.